My sister Vanessa made sure everyone at her wedding knew I was the lonely, single one. She seated me at the reject table, introduced me as still looking for someone, and had her bridesmaids whisper about my so-called hopeless love life. But when a handsome stranger leaned close and said, "Play along, pretend you're with me," everything changed. What happened next turned her perfect wedding into my perfect revenge. If you've ever been shamed by your own family for being single, hit that like button, because this story proves karma has a wicked sense of humor. The ballroom glittered with golden chandeliers and roses, but all I saw was the number on my place card, table 9, tucked behind a pillar near the kitchen doors. It was obvious. Vanessa had put me there on purpose, to remind everyone that her older sister Emma was still alone. Vanessa and I had never been close, but ever since she got engaged to Daniel, a wealthy investment banker, her superiority complex had gone into overdrive. Every family dinner turned into a chance for her to remind me that I was 33 and still unattached. Maybe try online dating again? She'd say sweetly, "You can't afford to be too picky at your age." Our mom, Patricia, would nod with pity while Dad changed the subject. But Vanessa never missed a chance to humiliate me. The morning of her wedding, she even called with fake sympathy. "I know today might be hard for you," she said, her tone dripping with sarcasm. "Just try not to look too sad in the photos, okay?" When I arrived at the grand reception hall in my carefully chosen emerald dress, her maid of honor, Kara, greeted me with that dreaded, bad news smile. "Oh, Emma, follow me. You're at table 9. She chirped. Table 9, right next to the clattering kitchen doors. My companions? Vanessa's single co-workers, who ignored me, and our great-aunt June, who kept asking why I wasn't married yet. Then came the family introductions, the real humiliation. Vanessa dragged me to a group of Daniel's wealthy relatives. "And this is my sister Emma," she announced. "She's very focused on her career. No time for dating, right?" The group smiled politely while I wished the floor would swallow me whole. Daniel's aunt, Mrs. Harlow, gave me a pitying smile. "Don't worry, dear. There's someone for everyone. You should try volunteering. My nephew met his wife at a soup kitchen." Vanessa laughed, that cruel, satisfied laugh. "Oh, Emma's very independent, aren't you, sis?" The word independent sounded like an insult. By the time the bouquet toss came, I wanted to vanish. I tried hiding, but Kara dragged me out. "Come on, Emma. Maybe tonight's your lucky night." I stood among a group of giggling 20-somethings as Vanessa smirked and threw the bouquet deliberately away from me. A young girl caught it, and Vanessa announced loudly, "Looks like Emma's waiting another year." The laughter stung. I returned to my seat, burning with embarrassment. I was about to leave when a deep, calm voice said behind me, "Pretend you're with me." I turned to see a tall man in a dark suit, confident, sharp, but kind-eyed. "Your sister's been talking about you for the last 10 minutes, he said, sitting beside me. "Figured you could use a little damage control." "I'm Ethan," he added with a smile. "Daniel's cousin from New York. And you must be the sister everyone's apparently worried about." I couldn't help but laugh. "That's me, the family's charity case." "Well, not tonight," he said softly, placing his arm casually behind my chair. It didn't take long for heads to turn. Vanessa froze mid-conversation when she saw us laughing together. She rushed over, her smile brittle. "Oh, I didn't know you two knew each other." "Old friends," Ethan said smoothly, his hand brushing mine. "We've been catching up." Her expression faltered. "Really? Emma never mentioned you." "I like to keep my private life private," I said sweetly. As she walked away, Ethan whispered, "She looks like she just swallowed a lemon." I laughed for the first time all night. For the next hour, Ethan played the part perfectly, bringing me drinks, listening to my stories, even dancing with me when the slow music began. On the dance floor under the soft lights, I felt everyone watching. But instead of humiliation, I felt peace. Vanessa stormed over again, pretending to be cheerful. "Mind if I cut in?" "Actually, yes," Ethan said gently. "We're having a moment." Her mask cracked. "We were just so worried about Emma." "Were you?" Ethan replied coolly. Because it seems like you've spent the whole evening reminding everyone that she's single, not supporting her." The silence that followed was delicious. Vanessa stammered something and hurried off, her perfect smile gone. From that moment on, everything shifted. Ethan had us move to a better table for convenience, and suddenly, all those relatives who'd pitied me were dying to meet him. Mrs. Harlow, who'd earlier advised me to lower my standards, now looked impressed when she heard Ethan was a successful tech entrepreneur with an Ivy League degree. By the end of the night, Vanessa's rage was visible, but the final blow came during the garter toss. When Ethan caught it, the crowd erupted in laughter. And when he knelt to place it on my leg, the room fell silent. It was the kind of cinematic moment you never forget. Later, as he walked me to my car, I thanked him. "You saved me from the most humiliating night of my life." "What makes you think it was just pretend?" he asked quietly. My heart skipped. "I mean, you barely know me." "I know enough," he said. "I know you're strong, kind, and beautiful, and I know your sister's a fool for not seeing your worth." He handed me his card. "If you want to see me again, not for revenge, just because you want to, call me." I did. That night, 3 months later, we were officially together. 6 months after that, we moved in, and exactly a year after Vanessa's wedding, Ethan proposed, in the same hotel where we first met. Vanessa's reaction to our engagement was priceless. The sister who mocked me for being single now had to watch me marry a man who adored me, and happened to come from an even wealthier family than hers. But the real victory wasn't about her jealousy. It was about finally realizing I didn't need her approval to feel complete. Vanessa's cruelty led me to the love of my life, and I'll always thank karma for that twist. If you believe that living well is the best revenge, hit that like button and subscribe for more true stories of poetic justice and unexpected love.